Google Stadia is either going to revolutionize the gaming industry or destroy it. Let's talk about how. What is happening? Mattmade here, bringing you the top 3 gaming news stories from this week. Let's get into it. First up, we have more Mortal Kombat 11 news. Now this week at C2E2, Mortal Kombat held a panel, and in the panel they showed off new characters, Noob Saibot and Shang Tsung. Now Noob Saibot is going to be on the main roster, and he's a fan favorite. Everybody wanted him. Everyone wants to see his return, and everybody's pretty pumped about that. Now, from my experience, Noob Saibot is annoying to deal with, and he's going to be even more annoying in this game. He looks fantastic, don't get me wrong. I love his character design. I love the way he looks. I love the way is in motion. I just hate fighting. His fatality was grotesque, disgusting, everything you want in a fatality. Him and his shadow clone are just beating the hell out of your opponent, and it's fantastic. It's great. It looks amazing. Now as for Shang Tsung, he's going to be the first DLC character. So they didn't have any type of gameplay of him, but they showed him off and announced him alongside the crypt. Now, if you know what the crypt is the place you go to get items and gear and things like that to augment and pimp out your character. How it's going to look, what form it's going to take in this game has yet to be seen, as they just showed off the cutscene introducing him and what either is a customized character or your created character. That character didn't look like anybody on the roster, and I don't think they snuck in Rain just yet. He may be confirmed, he may not be confirmed, who knows? I'm excited to see if they confirm Rain. All in all, the show was in-depth, exciting. There was a couple great cosplayers there. One was Johnny Cage and one was Scorpion, and they did this little slow-mo acting thing. It was dope. It was enjoyable, and I can't wait for this game. The beta's out next week. I'm pumped to get bodied in the game because I know I'm gonna suck at it. But are you interested in MK11? Does it pique your curiosity, or are you just there for the story? Good job, NetherRealm. I'm loving it. Keep doing what you're doing. Now, aside from C2E2 happening this week, GDC has also been going on. And with GDC, a lot of developers come out, people announce things, and this time, Google made an announcement. It was insane. It could change the game or destroy the game, depending on your view and how it goes. Google announced their game streaming service or platform, Google Stadia. We don't know if it's going to be subscription-based yet. We know little to nothing aside from how it exactly works. So how Stadia works is you either purchase or pay a subscription fee, whichever one, we don't know yet again, and then you can play a game that's rendered and that everything happens on a far end in some server or in some data center somewhere. They stream it to you and you can just play on pretty much anything. Like they showed off a Google Pixel phone playing it. They showed off a laptop playing it. A desktop can play it. So you don't need to have a high-end rig or a console in order to experience AAA games or whatever games come to the service. Now before this, it was titled as Project Stream, and I talked about it months and months ago, and I actually did get into that test, and it worked smooth. Like, you were playing Assassin's Creed, and there was little to no input. I'd press jump, I'd jump. I'd run, I'd run. I'd attack somebody, I'd be attacking. It was pretty tight. Now, my internet is pretty good. I'll stream and do other things, so I need good internet, but the exact qualifications are a bit hazy, a bit fuzzy. I'm seeing sometimes, say 25 meg you need, like maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower, but it's around there to have everything run smoothly and have low latency between a button input and your character doing the thing. What was pretty cool was that YouTube's own Mattmade was even on stage and talked a bit about the game, explaining it a little bit, and it's nice to see that a content creator and online creator really had something to do with a Google event. Like, this is not Mattmade's company, he's not backing it. This is Google going to a creator saying, hey, we like your work with us. It's really uplifting and nice to see. Now, a few of the features that they spoke of were, again, being able to stream to any device, even a Chromecast. So plug it into your TV, have a controller of some sort. They have some controller like concept, I guess. I don't know if it's going to be like that, If it does, I hope that the Konami code is still on there, because that was pretty neat. They had a little Konami code sticker on the back. I like that. Good job, Google. But you could just connect a PS4 or Xbox controller, say maybe a Switch controller one day, who knows, and you can be off playing the game. No problems, no hiccups, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Now, since Google owns YouTube, they also integrated some of those features and functionality in there. So if you're watching your favorite content creator, they're live streaming, or you're watching one of their videos, if the game's on Project Stadia or Google Stadia, you can go from YouTube into the game in seconds. Literally. Just like that. You know, like Thanos, just like that. I'm sorry, that was a terrible joke. It was horrible, but Avengers, I guess. Also, if they're live streaming a multiplayer game, you can queue in to play against them in that game if they have that feature turned on. So what they showed was you had a little queue down there, like 1 of 3 or 2 of 3 or 3 of 20, whoever, and you can jump in and play that person on Google Stadia, which is neat if it works as intended. All of this is hinging on if this is going to work how you want it to or how you expect it to. Now, it's only rolling out in the US, so it's going to be iffy because a lot of places in the US still don't have high-speed internet, and it's not as widespread as I'd like it to be. Now, if you're not in a metropolitan area or an area that has run fiber and things like that, you're pretty limited on your speeds. Like, you're still getting like maybe 10 or 15, 20 meg max. So you can't even do this. But it's interesting to see the shakeup and the new competitor in there to spice things up and get the other hardware developers on their toes to innovate and not stagnate. But again, if it works well, it'll shake things up. Everything besides Nintendo, because Nintendo's off in the pasture doing whatever the hell they want to do. They're like, hey, yo, Nintendo, we got this b-ball game going. We're like, nah, we're good. We're sticking with soccer over here. It's just weird. Nintendo's gonna do its own thing forever and ever. But everybody else, it'd be pretty sweet to see what happens. I'm definitely gonna keep up to date with this. I'll let you know if I found out any more information, if they do any type of betas or alphas or testing. I'll try to get into it, or at least let you all know about it so you can try to get into it if you're interested. But this is really cool. I love saying things like this. I love when technology advances, and I'm excited. I'm ready. I want to see what this thing can do. Last up, we have more Epic Store controversies. It's not even really Epic Store versus Steam at this point. This week, CEO Tim Sweeley and CTO Kim Library took the stage at GDC to talk a bit about the Epic Game Store. They talked about how the store was going to be heavily curated and they aren't going to allow things like porn games or shovelware or things of that nature onto the platform. Now, many people just despise the Epic Game Store, like hate the Epic Game Store. If you have anything good to say about it, they're like at your neck. It's nuts. I'm not one of those guys. I'm platform diverse. I don't care what it's on, as long as it's secure, as long as you got good games. Sure, whatever. As long as the games are legal, you know, things like that. I'm a simple man. So hearing that the game store is going to be curated and have high standards and not allow certain things, I'm fine with. There are going to be other platforms that have that. So if you want those types of games, go there, I guess. I mean, it's another client you have to run, yes, but if it's what you want and if it has the games you want, why not put it on? Now, the main problem is that the Epic Game Store has a lot of faults. People dislike it because it doesn't have as many features. The security definitely needs improvement. That's why I'm like, I only go through anything that has two-factor security, so I make sure I'm safe. But their platform definitely needs work on the security side because many people have been hacked. The exclusivity thing is really bad because, I mean, console exclusive makes sense because you want to buy the hardware. PCs not so much because, I mean, your fan base is already split between GOG, Steam, now the Epic Store. If the client has its own, they could probably purchase it there, things like that. But on the exclusivity thing, they're going all in. They're even working more hand in hand with Ubisoft to get more exclusives and I guess pull more people into the Epic Store. As of now, they're saying about 75 million people have been added And this could be due to the little free games they do every month. That was one of the main reasons I tried it. That and Supergiant Games was working just with them. So I'm a Supergiant whore. I gotta play their game. I got to. They make a game, I buy it. It works simple for me. But for many other people, Steam is just the place to be. It has a whole bunch of features. Was light, now it's not so light, it's pretty damn heavy now. The content policies and everything are well built. They have a proven track record. They have many things going for them, so I see why people hate Epic Store, but they need to get better. They'll get better, hopefully. If they don't, they'll fail and the games will go elsewhere. I highly doubt the games are going to disappear though. One of the main factors in the decision of a developer to go over to Epic is the revenue split. I mean, if you sell 1 million copies at $100, you're not making 100 million. You're making 700,000 because Steam's taking 30%. However, Epic takes like 12%. So you make a huge margin more. It's business. You go where it's cheaper and where you can probably have a good install base. Apparently Epic Game Store has an install base, and this definitely swayed a lot of developers to go over there or to at least try out the platform. Even if it's not exclusive, it doesn't hurt to have your game in more places. And that brings us to the end of today's show. Leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on one or all of these stories. I love to hear them. I love talking to you, and I love debating and really getting into the nitty-gritty about these topics. So if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, start that subscribe button if you're a fan of gaming. This is Mattmade, and I will see you Monday.